It's been an interesting couple of months for me. Without really having too many symptoms, I've been recently diagnosed with colon cancer in my ascending colon. I'm not as freaked out as I thought I would be, especially since it appears we've caught it at an early stage, which is good. But in reality, it's still a lot that has to be done, and it's quite serious. I think the first few weeks of this month or so, I've been taking it very lightly, mostly because I didn't know the extent of everything. But now I do. I'm getting ready to go into surgery in a few days. And after my meetings with the oncologists, I know a lot more of what is going on. And it's pretty intense. I just wanted to talk about it because I feel like I didn't know a lot about cancers, especially colon cancer. And I would like to encourage others to get early screenings and testing, because while I do have cancer, because I was screened early, it could be life-saving. And I think it's important for people to know this and do this, especially if there's cancers in the family or could be genetic. So here's my story. In November, I had my annual checkup with my doctor. She'd asked me if I'd had any luck with my colonoscopy, and which I hadn't done it yet. She'd been prescribing it for a couple of years, but insurance wouldn't cover it where I was recommended, which was at a hospital. And so she said, "Oh, well, let's refer you to a clinic then, where your insurance will cover it." I said, "Great." She said, "In the meanwhile, take a fit kit," it's like the stool test you see on the commercials, "and send this in right away, and let's work on getting you scheduled." So I took that, mailed it in. I got a phone call a few days later saying that I had a positive result, tested for blood. Could be something, could be nothing. They're like, "We got to get you a colonoscopy ASAP, just to make sure." So I scheduled that. It took a couple weeks for my colonoscopy. I had it on December 8th, I believe. And did that. It was a fairly easy process, actually. It was very straightforward. Do the steps, drink the drink, go on a diet, flush it out, go in the next morning, and the whole procedure was super easy. I mean, you go under, they do it, you come out, very mildly invasive. It's super easy, super fast. You come out of it. I was like, oh, you barely felt like you were under, because you're under for so little of a time. I was expecting the doctor to tell me what I heard her talking to the other patients before. I heard her speaking to one person saying, "Oh, we had, everything looks good in there. You're good for 10 years, et cetera, et cetera." But she came around to me and said, "We found a mass about 30 centimeters in your ascending colon. And yeah, and it's going to need surgery, and we're not sure what it is. We took a lot of biopsies of it, and we're going to send it in for testing, and we'll have some results for you, within a few days." So I went home, a little bit worried, but not sure what to expect, really, kind of thinking the best. I remember telling my father about it, and the first thing he said was, "Congratulations," which I was very confused by, because I was kind of freaked out. And that was actually a good thing to hear, because he was congratulating me for detecting it, early detection, because that's the key. And the fact that I went in, did a colonoscopy, they found something, it's not too big. It's like, good way to look at it. So I try not to get too worried. I did get results back a couple days later. It did test it indicated along the lines that for cancer. They weren't totally sure, but they seemed like it was cancerous. And so the next step was to get a CT scan going, and the doctor put in a referral with a surgeon, and we got that ball rolling. I was heading out on vacation, so I had to wait a bit. So on the 17th, I had a CT scan. Super easy. They give you a little shake to drink it. They run a donut over you, super, like really fast a few times. And I got a call back like 2 days later, maybe it was the next day, from my doctor, referring doctor who did the colonoscopy. And she wanted to give me some news rather than wait, because I wasn't scheduled to see my surgical and medical oncologist for basically another 2 weeks, till after the holidays. It was the 17th, it wasn't until the 4th. And she wanted to call to let me know that things looked good, that they didn't see any signs of cancer anywhere else. They checked my chest, my pelvis, and my abdomen to see if it had spread anywhere, and they did not see any signs of spread that they could tell. They did find a couple cysts here and there that they want to still check, but nothing was really consistent with cancer anywhere else. So that's good. So that was a relief, kind of an early Christmas present. This whole time I kind of thought it was going to be a quick go in, cut it out, be done type of surgery. And then I went in, and my appointment's just yesterday, the 4th, with the surgical oncologist and the medical oncologist. And they explained to me that they do have to remove, it's in my ascending colon, which is the first part of my colon, as it leaves the small intestine, comes up here, then it goes around and back down. So the ascending colon here, that has to all be removed. The CT scan revealed the tumor was much bigger than they could see, about 2 inches, a little bit bigger. The other one was an inch to inch and a half, what they could visibly see, and the CT scan revealed to be bigger. I don't know if that's because it's growing or because it's just, what you can see. But they want to remove that, remove the blood source to the ascending colon, and because that could contain any lymph nodes that are around there. They saw a couple inflamed lymph nodes, but they're not sure if there's cancer in there, but they want to remove that anyways. And because of removing that blood supply, the ascending colon will die, and they'll have to remove that anyway. So they'll remove it, they'll reattach the small intestine back to my transverse colon going across, and it should really make very little difference in my lifestyle going forward. And it's a robotic surgery, which is really interesting. It means that it's very exact. Recovery times are less, and really high rate of success. And the goal is for them to remove it all and hopefully get all the cancer in one shot. So I will not need radiation or chemotherapy. That's the goal right now. But they won't know what stage I'm at until they get in there. They won't know if it's 1, 2, or 3. They've pretty much ruled out stage 4 at this point because it hasn't metastasized and spread. But they don't know if it's gotten into the tissue or what's, how much it's gone through there. So depending on their tests on the removed items will determine if they think I need more treatment afterwards or not. But the goal, the surgeon, her goal with this right now, is to get it all removed and do some tests, and hopefully that's it. It's a little bit more than I was expecting. And it's pretty involved. I'll be in the hospital for probably 3 days. A limited diet for about a month. But I shouldn't need an ostomy bag, because they explained to me that's if they have a problem with the seal when they re-put it back together. Then I would need that. But she's been doing it for 14 years, and she's only had that happen in one case. So I feel like I'm in pretty good hands. And she used to do everything by hand, and now she does everything robotically. I looked it up. It's a pretty cool machine, actually. It actually made me feel pretty happy and pretty comfortable about doing it. it's robotic, but it's all surgeon controlled. Everything's surgeon controlled, but it looks like a giant spider going over your body. It's very futuristic. But that's where I'm at with this now. And I feel very lucky. I feel like I'm in good hands. I really feel grateful to my colonoscopy doctor. I feel like she really advocated for me and got a rush in and reached out to the surgeons and got them to schedule time for surgery right away before I was seeing anything, because I didn't expect to get in so fast. So I went in yesterday. They said you're scheduled for the 17th. Then I got a call this morning and said, hey, we have an opening on Tuesday the 9th. Would you like to come in? And I said, will it make a difference? And they said the doctor thinks yes, as soon as we can get it, it could make a huge difference. Let's just do it. So I'm all in. I'm just want to get it out of me and go from there. But it's funny because I saw my mother suffer through cancer, which was very hard. But by the time they detected it, it had spread. She had stage 4. So I feel like I watched her suffer for years with chemotherapy and radiation, and watched it come back over and over again. One of my best friends died this past year from cancer. Same thing, kept coming back over and over again, and I was with him a lot to the end, and it was miserable. So I've been really afraid of cancer. And for this to happen to me, they were able to determine and test that it was not genetic, most likely not genetic. So they said it's kind of, dumb luck type of thing. But I'm sure I try to be healthy. I try to be active. I try to eat well. I do drink alcohol. I don't think I will anymore. I feel it's probably my alcohol use has done this. That, or it could be environmental factors. Who knows? It could just be. Who knows? But I definitely feel like I have a new outlook on life, a new focus, a new passion just for my health. I really want to be healthy. I want to try to eat mostly plant-based, high-fiber diet, low if no meat, and just really do what I can to make sure that this doesn't come back. I don't want to drink anymore. I certainly don't want to smoke anymore. I haven't smoked cigarettes in years, but I smoke pot every once in a while. Everyone kind of does, but I think all that's gone. I just want to do what I can to make sure that this doesn't come back and affect my life. And I think this is a good opportunity for me to move forward into the life that I want to be living. Unfortunately, it has come at the expense of this, but I'm lucky that I'm in a position where I can do something about it, and I'm in good hands. And thank God for modern medicine. It's just, yeah. So, stay posted. Edit that. So, I'll send more updates, how it goes. I'm trying to create a little video diary just to help people understand that this is treatable and you should be tested early, because you never know. If you get it tested early, it can be done. If I would have waited another year, who knows? It might have been a death sentence. I don't know. But I feel like I'm in a good place, and I'm excited. I'm really ready to get this thing out of my body.